here's how it happened. I had a conversation with a new client about utilizing our traditional services of personality profiling and candidate assessment. And he said to me, "Hey Bob, this was great." He said, "I really got a much better sense of the nature of the person that I'm thinking about bringing onto my team. And I've got to tell you, I think I'm pretty good at knowing when to take the steak off the grill, but that doesn't mean I don't use a thermometer. And when it comes to people, you're my thermometer." I thought that was a pretty interesting concept. Later that day, I went home and my wife was trying a brand new fried chicken recipe that she had picked up from Alton Brown. And as I came in, she asked me to check the temperature of the oil. And as we started to cook the chicken, she asked me to check the internal temperature of the chicken. And I noticed you really couldn't tell the difference just by looking. And just the way you can't tell the temperature of the chicken just by looking, you can't tell the personality strengths of an individual just by talking to them. And while there are tools that allow you to do the right job when frying chicken, there are tools to allow you to do the right job when managing people and getting the most out of everybody on your team. The information an individual can learn about themselves is remarkable. It starts with an understanding of the 4 cornerstone behavioral traits and the relative strength of each of those traits. That lets the individual learn about what their key behavioral style is, what they do well, and areas that they may have some interesting challenges in. From there, they're able to learn about their leadership style, their communication style, and the things that either motivate them or drive them nuts. We then move on to how an individual can understand how they are either similar or different from other people in the audience. They learn that not everybody responds exactly the same way they respond to the same circumstances. And lastly, people have an understanding that they have a responsibility to meet other people halfway. Just because they see something one particular way doesn't mean it's the only way that all people see things. If people can understand that they have that responsibility, understand more about themselves, then we've really accomplished our objectives in the workshop. The information is deeply serious and profound. When an individual learns about what their behavioral strengths are and really what makes them tick, it's a very important moment for them. And when you add to that the ability to learn about the behavioral nature of other people that you either work or live with, there's a real aha moment for people when they recognize that not everyone is built the same way they are. And as a result of that, we're really able to open people up to what their natural strengths are and how they need to adapt their own behavioral style. The reality is, the great majority of people spend a lot of time beating themselves up about what they're not good at. This is an opportunity for an individual to celebrate their strengths and also recognize that there's a time and a place to adapt their behavior to meet the needs and the requirements of the situation. We vary the length of the session based on what an organization is trying to gain. If it's only focusing on the individual, then these sessions can be done within an hour. If it's to focus on how a team works together and to work to help everybody understand what the different strengths and weaknesses are of the team members and how they can work more effectively, then this becomes more of a half-a-day session. After all, it only takes a few minutes to learn about the 4 cornerstone behavioral strengths. but it takes a lifetime to apply the information.
The workshop Bob conducted for our top 175 managers was a great success. We found the profiles and presentation of great value in better understanding that success can come from people with all different styles. Our team felt that such a workshop was an excellent investment in them.
The leadership workshop was very well received by our 150 key managers. Bob's presentation style was both precise as well as entertaining. The overall feedback of our leaders was overwhelmingly positive, and many of them want to further leverage the program within their departments.
Thanks for taking the time to learn more about this workshop. We look forward to meeting you and sharing our lessons learned while frying chicken.